Coach, we talked about pregame about playing with a complete 48-minute effort. You know, how pleased were you with your group's ability to do that tonight?
Very pleased. I think they responded the right way to the other night, took the challenge on to play for 48 minutes, and I think this group did a very good job of holding each other accountable and just continuing to play the right way, first and foremost defensively.
How do you characterize Paulo's game tonight?
You know, I thought Paulo was good. I think he's trying to make the right plays, make the right passes. For his standard, I don't think he probably wanted to knock some more free throws down. But again, just continue to keep his effort going, staying the same the entire game. I think that's very important for him as we continue to move forward.
Bonus came out with 11 in the first quarter, with 14. Did you put a little added defensive touch on him?
I think just understanding what we need to do with him, keeping him off the glass was big. Obviously he does a heck of a job down there, but just being a little bit more physical, and he got a lot of it, just us fouling him. So when we did the job without fouling, I think that's where we improved the game plan.
Obviously, we know what Paolo and Franz can do, but how big was it for the second unit to not only keep its pace but add to the lead?
I thought our second unit was great. I think when they stepped into the game, they had so much energy, so much pop, so much there was just a great energy about the way in which they played off of each other, with one another. I think that was a great, I thought it was just really great how they provided that for us tonight.
You've talked about trying to play your best basketball at this time of year as you get closer and closer to the postseason. I think you guys have won 7 of your last 11. Does it feel like those pieces are finally coming together and you're finding the consistency that you expected maybe back at the beginning of the season?
I think we just got to stay the same. I think that's slowly, piece by piece. I think it's one game at a time, but we're doing some really good things, and the more we can string it together for 48 minutes, the better we'll be, yes.
You guys officially clinched a postseason spot tonight. I know it's just play-in, and there's still 7 games left. But does that mean anything to you guys at this point, or is it, still just one game at a time mentality?
One game at a time. We're not done, and that's what we have to continue to focus on. One game at a time. You got the Clippers coming in here. Our focus needs to be on the Clippers now and understand exactly what we need to do for that game at home.
What are the expectations for this Clippers game, with the Clippers game?
I think, we'll have to take a look at film and see what they're doing. They play tomorrow night in Cleveland, so I think our ability to study the game plan, know who's going to play for them, who's not going to play for them, and then, look forward to exactly what we're going to do on Monday. But we'll have to watch the game tomorrow and study some film and see where we go.
What did you notice from Caleb's confidence tonight, and have consistent minutes helped him?
I think his consistent work ethic has helped him. I think he works, and I've said it last night, said it the other day, he's just one of the hardest workers we have, and he just stays consistent with that. Whether he's playing 2 minutes or 22 minutes, he's going to be the same. He's steady, he's defending, he's in the right spots defensively. Offensively, he's moving and shifting the spots where guys want to find him, and that work ethic has paid dividends for him.
You talk about playing a full 48 minutes. You guys jumped out fast tonight. How important was that to just kind of set the tone for the evening?
The response. I think that's the biggest thing, that you showed the response of what we did the other night, just knowing exactly how serious we need to take it and what we need to do while we're at home. And then as we go on the road, the same mentality.
I know sometimes in games with wide margins, you can kind of lose the plot a little bit because you're up so much. But how important is it to have a game where everything clicks like this and you kind of have that focus for at least the majority of the game while it's in the balance like this?
Just playing magic basketball. I think that's what we look for most, more than anything, is just our ability to play the right way. First defensively and then offensively, where we're sharing it, where we're moving it, where we're attacking the basket, where we're getting stops to get out and run. All of those little things, no matter who's in the game and no matter what point of the game, are we playing our style of basketball?
Coach, you've talked a lot about 7-game series throughout the season. You look at 7 games at a time. You've got 7 games left, 1 series left. How much are you using this series coming up to kind of evaluate where you are going into this playoff?
Yeah, I think in this moment, as much as I want to talk about a 7-game series, I think it's really just focusing on the one game at a time as we move forward, just because we know, what's coming on the back end of it. And I think we just got to really focus on that opponent as a playoff game each time we step into it.
You satisfied with how you managed the turnovers tonight?
14 for 19 points. I think there were moments we could have done a better job of taking care of it. I think us getting down in the gap, early pass outs could have been better. But I think overall, I think our willingness and ability to pass the ball was there.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
That's Caleb right here.
Goga, Coach had mentioned, the importance of playing a complete 48-minute performance after the game you dropped the other night. How pleased were you with your group's response to come out with a complete performance in tonight's win?
Yeah, it was good. Good game. I mean, we took care of the basketball. We really paid attention to the details. Pretty much whole game. We had some 2-minute stretches, I think, still that got away. But as long as we can limit those to just minimum, I mean, we're gonna be good. And we just got, like you said, 48-minute game. 1 minute, 2 threes can change the game. So we gotta be as locked in as we can. Next game coming. I mean, we gotta build on this. Like, it's not like, oh, we played a good game and now it's like, now let's get back to bad. Like, we just gotta keep building on this, and it's a great win.
Caleb, what was working for you guys in that second unit?
I think just pushing the pace. I think AB did a great job, just pushing the pace, obviously scoring for himself, and then finding others. So, yeah.
Kind of on that same point, you guys scored 38 points in the first quarter. How important was that, just setting the tone like that in the first quarter, kind of getting you guys going?
Man, yeah, it was good. Just starting off the game well, making shots and getting stops is always good. So I think it kind of set us up for the rest of the game.
Caleb, since you've entered the rotation, it feels like you've kind of settled and you've kind of found your rhythm. The percentages would suggest that at least. What do you feel like? How much has that playing time helped you kind of find your place? And do you feel like when you make shots, it kind of lifts everybody else up that way?
Sorry, you can say it again.
No. Like since you entered the rotation, do you feel like you've kind of found that rhythm and that consistency that a shooter needs? And when you make those shots, how much do you feel like that lifts the team?
It's been feeling good, making shots. I think when anyone makes shots, I think everyone else gets happy, and it's a good kind of vibe. So, yeah.
Goga, Wendell picked up those 2 early fouls within the first couple of minutes in the game. As a backup center, what is that feeling like where you're maybe going in for someone that could pick up those fouls pretty quickly and you have to go up at a moment's notice?
Gotta be, ready anytime. You gotta look at the matchups. Sabonis is a great big, and he got dealt a couple of times. Was it a foul? No. Don't matter. I gotta step up, and go in the game. It's just another game. I gotta be ready anytime I go in. It's fourth quarter or whatever it is. I'm going in to do my job. So yeah.
Goga, you went 5 and 5 on your rebounds. Is there a mentality to rebounding, and specifically offensively?
Yeah, that's pretty much my job, to be honest. But we always talk about winning the possession game, and offensive rebounds really helped us do that. I'm trying to do that every game, but some games, ball is gonna come your way, some games not. So today, I guess I got lucky, or I'm in there every game. So some days I get more, some days I get less, but it really helped. We didn't miss a whole lot of shots, so everybody was shooting. Shout out to Caleb. Anybody who says, he missed a couple shots or whatever, it's inconsistent minutes. It's hard to do it, but this guy has, we're, what is it, March? What month is it? Yeah, he's been, I don't know, honestly. But he's been working, so hard. I always wanted to say this. I've been around a lot of hardworking guys, but this guy's inspirational. Like, you see him every day in there, like, don't matter circumstances, you land 3 a.m., this guy's in there at 8 a.m. Like, anytime you go, like, it's truly inspirational for this young man, and he pushes me personally. I can't talk about others, but he don't even realize, but he pushes me to go in there and work. So shout out to this guy, coming in last couple games and helping us to win those games. So,
What's the team's mindset going into the final stretch of the season?
well, that's me. No, we got 6 games left, or 7. Yeah, 7 games left. We really gotta win them all. It's just a close battle. We might even make it out the playing. So our job is to prepare for playoffs, and we know we have to win the games and get there. But we know we are a playoff team. So all we try to do is just win the games. And the mindset don't really change for us. We just gotta step in and do what the coaches tell us to do. Go out there and compete.
Goga, this team has started to kind of put some of these pieces together more consistently over the last few weeks. I think it's 7 of the last 11 games that you guys have won. does it feel like to you guys that the pieces are coming together and that you're kind of finding that groove that maybe you had back in November and December when things were clicking?
Yeah, this is when you, I guess, play your best basketball. We've been making shots as well. Guys coming in, and when you hit, because we really play defense, like really get stops and really lock in defensively. And sometimes, we have great shooters in this team. Nobody can say that we don't. And some games, just it hasn't been great for us this year. So when you hit a couple of shots, then it's like so smooth. Like I feel like nobody can really. We can beat anybody like that if we make couple shots. We don't need to make shoot over 40%. Like if we make couple shots, just gets everybody going. So just I feel like we've been hitting some shots, and shout out to these guys.
Anyone else? One more, Gordon. One more.
And a follow-up to what he had to say about you, how he characterized you. How'd you take those words?
Definitely grateful that he thinks of me like that. I think of him the same way. Whenever the only reason he sees me is because he's in the gym too. You know what I mean? So yeah, just great. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Appreciate it.
We'll see.